Hello, guys. Today we explore the life of a woman who defied convention, ascending from queen consort and regent to fully assume the mantle of kingship. Her unprecedented rise to power, which she legitimized through elaborate propaganda and a strategic embrace of masculine iconography, ushered in a period of unparalleled prosperity, peace, and monumental construction. In the millennia-old sands of ancient Egypt, where power was an almost exclusive dominion of men, a female figure rose with unprecedented audacity, defying conventions and rewriting the rules of royalty. Hatshepsut, circa 1507 to 1458 BCE, the Pharaoh queen, was not merely a regent. She was a sovereign of extraordinary intelligence and ambition, whose reign was marked by unparalleled architectural grandeur, daring expeditions, and, above all, a series of scandals and intrigues that culminated in an almost successful attempt to erase her from history. Born a princess, daughter of the powerful Pharaoh Thutmose I, Hatshepsut was destined for a role of influence, but not for the throne of Horus. After her father's death, she married her half-brother, Thutmose II, and upon his premature demise, she found herself regent for her young stepson, Thutmose III, still a child. But Hatshepsut was not a woman to settle for vicarious power. With a bold and unprecedented move, within a few years, she proclaimed herself pharaoh in her own right, assuming all the titles and prerogatives of a male sovereign. This act, in itself, was a political and religious act of defiance of immense proportions in a rigidly patriarchal society. To legitimize her claim, Hatshepsut did not hesitate to rewrite her own history. She asserted that she had been chosen by the gods, particularly by Amun-Ra, who supposedly appeared to her in a dream to confer upon her the divine right to the throne. She went further. In her artistic representations and sculptures, Hatshepsut had herself depicted with all the male attributes of a pharaoh: the false beard, sculpted muscles, a robust physique, a regal disguise that was as much a declaration of power as it was an affirmation of her unique position. This visual representation, the Pharaoh Queen with a beard, was an unequivocal message to her people and her enemies. She was the king, in every sense of the word. Her reign, lasting over 20 years, was an era of extraordinary prosperity and stability. Far from being a period of weakness, Hatshepsut proved to be an exceptional ruler. Her architectural masterpiece, the magnificent mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari, stands as a testament to her greatness, with its elegant terraces and imposing ramps blending harmoniously with the surrounding cliffs. This temple was not only a place of worship but a monument to her divinity and her reign. Hatshepsut was also a pharaoh of peace, focusing on trade and reconstruction rather than military conquest. Her most famous expedition was to the legendary land of Punt, a land rich in frankincense, myrrh, gold, and exotic animals. Detailed scenes of this expedition are immortalized on the walls of her temple, showing Egyptian ships returning laden with treasures. This commercial enterprise, an unprecedented success in an era of warrior pharaohs, brought immense wealth and prestige to Egypt. Yet, despite her grandeur, Hatshepsut's reign ended in mystery, and her memory became the subject of one of the greatest acts of historical erasure. After her death, the circumstances of which are not entirely clear, although recent studies suggest she died of cancer or diabetes, her name and images were systematically removed from monuments, inscriptions, and royal lists. Her statues were toppled and destroyed, her cartouches chiseled away. This act of damnatio memoriae is widely attributed to Thutmose III, her stepson and successor. The exact reason for this posthumous vengeance is a matter of debate among historians. Was it an act of personal revenge for being kept from the throne for so long? Or was it a calculated political move to restore the patriarchal tradition of kingship, eliminating the inconvenient precedent of a woman who had reigned as pharaoh in her own right? Whatever the reason, the attempt to erase Hatshepsut from history was almost successful, a scandal of epic proportions that concealed a reign of extraordinary power. For centuries, Hatshepsut was little more than a footnote in Egyptian history, her existence an enigma. It was only with the advent of modern Egyptology, and particularly with the discovery and excavation of her magnificent temple, that her name and story were painstakingly reassembled. Her statues, buried and mutilated, were brought back to light, her cartouches deciphered, and the truth of her reign re-emerged from the sands of time. Hatshepsut remains one of the most fascinating and powerful figures of ancient Egypt. Her life is a testament to ambition, resilience, and an indomitable will to defy expectations. Her deeds are not blemishes on her reputation, but rather the scars of a battle won against the prejudices of her time, making her a true legend, the Pharaoh queen who dared to reign.